Hello, all you Schoolcraft Eagles. My name is Pete Gustafson, and I'm your 2024 Little League Safety Officer. This video is intended primarily for Little League volunteers, including coaches, concession team members, umpires, and board members. However, all members of our Little League community are encouraged to become familiar with our safety rules and regulations and are welcome to participate in all activities described in this presentation. Safety is our highest priority, and it is a team effort. In the next few slides, I'll be describing the requirements that need to be satisfied to become a volunteer in our league. Please know that as an officially chartered Little League program, Schoolcraft must adhere to the requirements set by Little League International. These include several rules which will be covered in this talk. Specifically, this includes mandatory background checks, training, continuing education, reporting requirements, and certain policies that our league must follow. The requirements that I'll be describing apply to what we call our safety critical volunteers. These include board members, head and assistant coaches, umpires, and the concession committee. While we recognize there are other people who volunteer in the league, it is this group of safety critical volunteers that has repetitive personal interaction with our athletes and other vulnerable community members. Due to these regular interactions, the board and Little League International are imposing some training requirements to ensure the safety of our kids. In short, you will be required to undergo some training to participate in our program. For coaches and assistant coaches, we are requiring the Little League Diamond Leader program as a one-time training activity. The website is listed on this slide, and the training provides insights on all aspects of coaching in Little League. Note that this is a one-time training, so if you have previously completed this training in order to coach in prior years, you do not need to repeat the training. Additionally, for coaches and head coaches, you are required to do USA Baseball's basic first aid training. A link to that program is shown. The information is vital to providing aid to injured athletes, as well as to mitigate the risk of injuries on the field. For all of our safety critical volunteers, you will be required to take USA Baseball's minor abuse prevention training. This can be accessed from the same link and describes our collective responsibilities and legal requirements to provide these athletic opportunities to the Schoolcraft community. Once you have completed these required training activities, please submit your certificates of completion to safety@schoolcraftlittleLeague.org. This allows us to document compliance within the league. It is critical to recognize that Schoolcraft Little League runs a zero-tolerance program. That means zero tolerance for emotional, physical, and sexual misconduct and abuse. By participating as a volunteer in this program, you are required to report credible suspicion of any of these types of abuse to a law enforcement officer, as well as to the league leadership, represented by the safety officer and the president. This reporting must be immediate. That means it must occur as soon as practical once a suspicion is established, and always within 24 hours. Note also that we follow USA Baseball's minor athlete abuse prevention policies, which will be heavily emphasized during your training. Please make sure to become aware of the details. It may seem odd that we have not yet emphasized on-field safety. Please do not misunderstand. On-field safety is equally important and is critical to our safety-first philosophy. This presentation is not meant to describe all the on-field safety practices of our league. As a safety-critical volunteer, you will receive a copy of our safety manual, which provides the policies and practices that we follow. Just a few highlights are illustrated on this slide. For example, please inspect all safety gear before each game and ensure it's ready for use. Store unused equipment in dugouts rather than on the field. Our league does not allow on-deck batters. Athletes must always wear appropriate safety gear. There is no smoking, alcohol, nor drug use at any of our Little League facilities. Finally, good sportsmanship is at the heart of our community. We will not tolerate poor sportsmanship on or off the field, from our athletes, from our coaches. We will also not tolerate it from our fans. Please maintain the fun by being respectful at all times. Schoolcraft Little League will provide the following items for use in our facility. First aid kits will be distributed to each head coach. They will also be available in the 2 storage sheds as well as the concession stand. An automated external defibrillator is also available at the concession stand. In the event of an emergency, the league's action plan is posted at the concession stand. It includes a list of medical providers and the address of the facility so that you can call for help. Lastly, there will be instructions for what to do in an emergency. Finally, all of our safety-critical volunteers will receive our safety manual and are required to be familiar with it and follow our policies. The board of the Schoolcraft Little League thanks you for your willingness to support our kids and youth sports around Schoolcraft. Play hard, play safe, have fun. Go Eagles!